Hi, welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and if you found this video, then this message was meant for you. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a collective reading, and we're going to talk about what's going on between you and your person, okay? So this is for all signs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can email me at the email address in the description box below, okay? So we're going to start with a surrender card and see what Spirit wants to tell you about your person. Okay. I feel like this message is for both you and your person. It says surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So negative thinking is only going to bring you more of the same. So you want to try to stay out of this. I know it's not easy because, things get in the way. We all have, issues and things that we're working on. But I feel like Spirit is just saying, try to stay in the positive as much as you possibly can. Okay. All right. Let's get some cards. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. For collective spirit. All right. We have a card for the collective. Okay. We have a card for their person, please. Okay. Energy between them. Okay. And then the outcome. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles. It's an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you may have these placements, or your person may have, you both may have. With the Knight of Pentacles, what I feel like Spirit is talking about is a love offer that's coming your way. Okay. It's moving very slowly, but this is one of the best love offers you can have because it is for something stable, committed, something long term. Okay. Knight of Pentacles don't move the fastest. They're the slowest. This particular night in particular, is the slowest night of the deck. But I feel like that's a good thing because when this love offer comes in, this is going to be something that's been thought about. It's going to be something where the person is sure that this is what they want. Because when you look at the Knight of Swords, it's about impulsivity, like not thinking, just doing. And then sometimes the Knight of Swords can come in and go out just as quickly. The same thing with the Knight of Wands. It can talk about taking a risk, but it can also represent someone who's in and out, in and out, in and out because they really don't know what they want or they're playing games. But with this Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this is talking about a relationship that has staying power, exactly what it is that you want, okay? For a lot of you, this is your divine counterpart because we have the Emperor showing up here, Aries energy. They may have those placements, you may have. And the Emperor is talking about stability, right? It's talking about a practical relationship. This may not be someone who is the most romantic person in the world, but they're going to have staying power. You're going to know that they really care about you. This is going to be somebody that's like in the love language is an acts of service person. They may not necessarily always tell you verbally how they feel, but they will show you by the things they do to give to you and to show you that you're supported and that you're loved and you're cared for. Okay. Then we've got the Eight of Cups here. Okay. One or the both of you may have had to walk away from something or may have walked away from another relationship in favor of this one with the Eight of Cups. Okay. Because I'm not in favor of another one with the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups, this has been something that may have been brewing for a long time. It could have been an 8-week relationship. For some of you, it could have been 8 years. Doesn't have to be that specific number, but it's something that you may have been in or were exposed to for a while. And I feel like this It's supposed to be the moon, but to me, it looks a little bit like the sun with the way this is lighting it. Okay, so it could have been like the sun, shone on the relationship and showed you that it wasn't what you were wanting. It may have highlighted some things that were in the dark. It may have, brought to light some secrets. And because of that, you realize you weren't really fulfilled with this connection and you're moving forward to the Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment. Okay. For some of you, or maybe a lot of you, you may have been feeling stuck with the Hangman. Okay. It can just talk about you needing to let go of things that are no longer serving you. And for some of you, it was another relationship, whether it was on your side or your person's side. Okay, let me clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, it's on the floor. So we've got the balance card on your side. So this is about you learning how to balance both the feminine and masculine energies in your life. That's why your divine counterpart is showing up, because you're learning, or you have learned, or you are about to learn how to balance yourself, because everybody's going to be at a different point in the reading. Okay, let me pull a card for your person. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have an awakening. So your person's going through a spiritual awakening, okay, of some sort. So it's saying a change in behavior, slowing down to reflect, deepening emotional well-being, a shift in priorities and values, transformation of the inner world. So your person is changing on the inside so that that change can be reflected on the outside, and the two of you can come together. So you're doing what it is that you need to do in order to facilitate this connection, and I feel like your person is doing that as well. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the card that we have for you, we have the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy. You may have those placements. Your person could have them as well. With the Temperance card, it is again emphasizing balance. Okay. You are learning how to balance yourself and balance out your life. Okay. And I feel like it's all the areas of your life, not just your love life, but Spirit is telling you with this card that it's about everything. You're learning that everything in moderation, that you don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Like you don't focus solely on your work, or you don't focus solely on your relationship, that each area of your life needs to have an equal amount of attention, I feel like. And with the Temperance card, this is Spirit telling you that when you are able to, to balance yourself out properly, that's when your person's going to come into your life if they're not already here. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, so the Joy card fell. So I feel like, Spirit is just saying you're realizing what that balance really does mean joy in your life. It's really a happy time for you because you're starting to understand the best way to operate to get what it is that you want out of your life. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to your person, we got the Two of Cups. Okay. Is it supposed to be reverse, Spirit? Okay. It fell reverse. So I have to ask. This is talking about the Two of Cups. Like I said, for some of you, this is a soulmate. For others of you, this is possibly a twin flame connection. Okay. And with the Two of Cups, this is talking about having a strong connection and a mutual attraction, okay, between each other. And I feel like that's what's going on. Your person realizes that there's a strong connection for the two of you. For some of you, it might be a same sex relationship. That's not going to apply to everyone. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay. So we've got confidence. So I feel like your person is like figuring out that this connection is not like your normal connection, and they're learning how to be more confident in dealing with it, because in a soulmate connection, in a twin flame connection, it's not always a situation where it's not always an easy situation, because the feelings are very strong. There's a lot of attraction between you and the other person. And for someone that's never gone through that before, I imagine it can be very daunting. Okay. If you think about your first time going through all of this and what it entailed for you, I'm sure it wasn't easy for you the first time you went through it as well. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the Six of Swords. So this is talking about the both of you moving forward. So if the two of you were together in the past and you had a rough time of it, this is about you moving out of that rough time. I see 2:22 on the clock. About you moving out of that rough time into a easier time. Okay, you're moving forward. You know, whatever slings and arrows you dealt with in the past, because it may have been this connection, it may have been in other connections. I feel like you're taking what you can from those situations, whatever the lessons were, and you're moving forward, you're pushing forward. Both of you are. Okay, let's clarify. Six of Swords. Okay. Okay. So look, see, you're moving forward towards reconciliation. All right. Your person recognizes who you are. So we've got the Emperor here, which is talking about the divine masculine, and your person recognizing that you are their divine feminine. And, you know, both of you, you know, wanting to have a reconciliation, you recognizing who, you know, each other is and wanting to be together. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to the outcome, we got two cards that fell. We have the Sun, which is Leo energy, and we have the Devil. Okay. It is Capricorn energy. So there's some obsession going on. Like I said, for a lot of you, this could possibly be a twin flame connection. This is also talking about this connection being very passionate, because along with, you know, the obsession, you get a lot of passion as well. A lot of sexual attraction, you know, a lot of that with it. It's very, very strong. Okay. And it could be a situation where you may not have known this person very long. You may have only known them a couple of days, but you feel very attracted to them. You may think about them a lot. You know, I feel like they're thinking about you a lot as well. And then with the Sun card, again, the soulmate is a soulmate card coming up. We have the Two of Cups on your person's side, and then the Sun here. The Sun, it's reminding me, remember what I said earlier about the Eight of Cups. Remember I told you this moon here looks like the sun the way it's lit up, and it's about things coming to light. So this could be your person coming to tell you, if they hadn't told you before, because I feel like with this confidence card, they're building up their confidence to make some type of move, to take some type of action. And I feel like for some of you, this is them wanting to come forward and shine a light on things, and to let you know how they feel, that they have this very passionate connection to you, and you know, they think about you all the time, and they're wanting to be with you. They recognize that you are somebody very important in their life. Okay. And they want to let you know about it. See, your person is realizing that this is a spiritual connection. Okay. Let me get a card for you. Okay. And then we've got you showing up as depressed. So it could be that this reconciliation, you want to come back together with this person. The person is recognizing who you are. I feel like they're building up their confidence in order to come towards you, and you're sitting in an energy of being depressed. It could be because things are not happening on the time frame of what you like. But you know, in these types of connections, the spiritual connections, things happen when they're supposed to happen. I know nobody wants to hear this, because I don't want to hear it when somebody's telling me about my, you know, my love life. But things are going to happen in a spiritual connection when it's time for them to happen, because this is not your normal connection, what's going on here. Okay. And so everything has to happen when both parties are ready for it, because it's not, as I said, your quote unquote normal situation. So therefore, you know, it's not going to function in a quote unquote normal way, I feel like. Okay. So let me get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay. What do they want to tell their person? Okay. Okay, so we have the first card. It says maybe we're better off separated. I feel like this person goes back and forth, you know. That's why I said they're trying to build up their confidence, because maybe they feel like stuck at certain points in this connection, because it's, you know, like I said, it's not a normal everyday connection. You don't have feelings that are this strong, or, you know, have the things that are occurring between the both of you. This is not something that happens with your everyday regular connection. And so some days I imagine it, you know, it's easy, and some days it's not so easy. And I feel like when it's not so easy, this may be what your person is thinking. Maybe you're better off separated because you've got to work on the things you need to work on, and your person has to work on what they have to work on. And you know, change is not always easy. And then here we go. It says maybe this break is for a good reason. Maybe this time apart will help us come back together. Okay, so the two of you are in separation. This is the second card we've got about separation, and the time apart is the two of you getting yourself together so that you can prepare for the reconciliation that you're both wanting, because the outcome card is the sun. So I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, it is going to be a reconciliation. Okay. Then we've got sometimes I stare at my phone and become stuck. So remember, I told you the person may feel stuck at times. Okay. It could be they want to reach out, they want to talk to you, they want to let you know how they feel, but they may not always sit in that confident energy. Okay. And be prepared to do that. Because usually the divine feminine is the one that lets the masculine know how they feel, and is open to sharing how they feel. But for somebody that's more logic based, I'm not saying you're not at all, but for someone that's more logic based, it's going to be more difficult for them, because it's in the realm of something that, you know, they're not well versed in, which are feelings. Okay. For some of you, your person suppresses their feelings. But I feel like, you know, the fact that this is a spiritual connection, it's kind of forcing them to get out of their comfort zone and to focus on that Six of Swords, that moving forward towards the reconciliation and towards the recognition of who you are. Okay. Because you feel like home to them. Okay. All right. I hope this helped. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, contact me at the email address in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.